What's going on, boys and gals and all the other traders out there? I have another watch list for you. A few are the same as yesterday, but now we have a lot of continuation. We got to see what happened, so I want to go over those picks I got, picks, alerts, whatever you want to call them. But I have a few things I want to focus on, and before I get into that, make sure you guys subscribe if you are new and check out the live streaming channel every day, Monday through Friday. I guess that's not every day, but 30 minutes before open, we're live, youtube.com/thestockmarket, or just go below into the comment section. I've pinned it. It's on. There's many links. You'll find it eventually. Well, be there in the morning. But that, and drop a like if you guys like these videos, if you want to keep getting recommended these videos, because I've put out some of these and YouTube might not show it all the time. So drop a like on the video, thumbs it up. That would definitely help. But let's get into it. I want to start here for all the weed stock people. Tilray, they reported. I want to watch this. I want to see what they did and how they reacted. And now this is bringing up an important thing. We got earnings season. It's slowly coming in here because now not only Tilray, really, I think we're going to watch afterwards to see what happens tomorrow, because a lot of people didn't believe me when I said, hey, watch out for the implied volatility here. So that's going to be interesting. I know ACB, I'm not a fan of that, but that's been moving. So keep your eye out on for any of the weed stocks. But now in relation to earnings, another play to keep a watch out for. I'm not playing this, but Nike. Nike is reporting earnings here. It's kind of had a movement. The implied volatility is kind of getting up there. I just think the expected move's pretty minor, but it reports in a few days. So that's going to be something to keep an eye out on. Next is Boeing. Now, I'm going here to the drama section. Boeing is, I have a few stocks I want to talk about that are related to drama. Boeing, again, they got subpoenaed today. There was more issues with Canada, putting some of their orders on halt, as well as now Ethiopian Airlines. So this is where it gets to become a problem. And a lot of people think, Boeing is out of the woodwork. It might be, but here's the issue. If anything happens, they even announced today too, again tonight, that they're having a software update. They're going to add training with it. But if there's any sort of admittance and you have to go to punitive damages for two wrong, literally two planes going down, something with the same thing being wrong, that could open up to a lot of liability. The best thing I explained Boeing was like Chipotle. If you guys saw Chipotle over the years, it really, really got smashed and came back. Actually, wow, that took longer than 3 years. So they were doing good. They got crushed for about 2.5 years. They went down, and now they're back up. I think Boeing will probably do something like that a little bit faster, but that's that. Now, moving on, Facebook. Facebook was very, very interesting today. We were kind of waiting on calls. I did grab some puts. However, I said in the last video that the Facebook puts were cheap. They're expensive now. It gapped down. They got downgraded. However, watching this play, how it digests and being able to set something up, this is going to be something very, very, very important for this week. So keep your eyes on that. And then same thing with Google. However, Google didn't do too good. And, that's something I'm going to be watching. Google did a lot better than Facebook. Excuse me, that's what I meant. So how that plays off is going to be very, very interesting. But again, both Facebook and Google, if you guys see any of that stuff develop, again, related to the probes, lawsuits, anything of that nature, that's what I'm keeping my eye out on for. And really, like all these plays, like I said, and all the other ones, make sure you guys are here live so that you could come see in the morning. I'm going to change some of these around, or we at least like to see where things are. But the key here is how the market is how Google is going to respond to the market. Same thing with Facebook. That's why Facebook, I'm still going to keep my eye out on for it. But now, the next three, I have a few other plays. And now these ones, you guys, we've already heard about. You guys, obviously, Tilray and Nike's new. But now Qualcomm and the chip makers. Qualcomm did very, very well today. Qualcomm is still trading off the news. And this one, if there's not a good play tomorrow, watch for it on Thursday. Because as the contracts get cheaper, Qualcomm is a slow mover, low volatility, but it could still make those pops. So keep your eye out on for that. So Qualcomm, but then again, NVIDIA and AMD, specifically NVIDIA, I want to wait for it. Finally gave back some today. So if that continues, it might throw NVIDIA out of the cards for the week if the drop continues. But if it holds up regardless of the climate, this could be a very, very, very good play. So keep your eyes out on NVIDIA. And again, as all these plays, I want you guys to come and bring stuff. So now the last two plays, well, here's Citi. If you guys watched the one yesterday, the bank stocks did great. They ripped after hours. If you guys saw Goldman Sachs, all the bank stocks really, they ended up going up as much. The real winners were, though, Wells Fargo and then Bank of America. But you kind of see they kind of gave up at the end comparatively, and then the other ones like Citi picked up. But like I said, this week, watch the bank stocks. Again, more stuff coming out of Europe tonight. more, even there's stuff going on with Brexit, the pound, all that stuff. The bank stocks in Europe and bank stocks, they go hand in hand. So I'm glad if you guys got to watch the video, you got to see financials were the leading sector today. That's something very, very important. Now, the final play, I made a few plays on this already. I bought 2 sets of calls on it. Or no, that was Boeing. I waited for the second set, but I am going to keep my eyes out because I think if it doesn't happen this week, it's going to happen next week. But pretty much McDonald's is pretty much setting up. If it doesn't break out through here, again, we'll get that failed, breakout, whatever you want to call it. It's going to come down a little bit. But again, how it is moving, we already saw the rotation. We missed this. I'd keep a cautionary eye on Walmart. But like I've been saying, the value stocks, if it's not going to happen this week, it's going to happen next week. So watch out for the value stocks. Really, my picks, Walmart, Starbucks, and McDonald's. But clearly, McDonald's, that's something I looked at. So I'm going to be all over that in the morning. I think McDonald's, Nvidia, and then depending on what the weed stocks could offer, I'll take a look at them, and then going back to Boeing and whatnot. Now, before I end it, I'll leave it here with this. Boeing is the most favorable despite all the news. It's kind of simmering down and people's expectations are changing. But again, if you guys go to the option chain on Boeing, you'll see what I was talking about, and I talked about this in the last video. Here's the weeklies. This is what you want. Weekly calls, and both puts are down. You go to next week, you're going to start seeing similar scenarios. It starts to get a little bit, you guys see, some of the puts are starting, they went up in value, and I have it on my Tastyworks. Here's the 2 positions. The calls went, I'm only up on this. Calls went up in value today, and then the puts, but at one point, they were very, very cheap. So in the morning, I was up 20% on a sold call and a sold put on both of them. Now it's came down a little bit. The puts are a little bit cheaper, and the calls are getting more expensive, hence what you could see here. But as the day moved on and we saw Boeing climb up, it really didn't move too much. It did gap down today. Again, the subpoena and other stuff, but Boeing, again, setting up a play, I think even midterm and even short term, this is what we want favorably for a play in the next couple coming days. However, that is also pricing in the market, showing you cheap prices and volatility coming down. That's the market signaling they're not expecting something. So if we're right and think something's going to happen, or we could forecast something's going to happen and it does, that is going to be a real big play. So that's pretty much it, you guys. I'll leave it there. Drop the thumbs up. I better see you on stream 30 minutes before market open. Let's go. I'm stoked. I got to go make a long drive now, so that's why this video is coming out early. I love you guys. See you in the morning.